We have an update for you involving shock rocker Marilyn Manson, who in recent years has faced a number of legal battles and court cases from multiple women who have accused him of assault and abuse. These are serious accusations that have put his career on hold. He lost his record deal. He hasn't been able to tour, and he has sued his primary accuser, Evan Rachel Wood, for defamation. Now, since that time, in recent months, there have been some pretty surprising developments in this case. For one, the circulated FBI letter that had an FBI agent's name attributed to the bottom of it that says they had nothing to do with this letter being circulated, and then a phone number listed to an attorney who also says they were horrified to learn that without their consent, their phone number was listed on this letter that was circulated. And now Ashley Smithline, who was one of the most high-profile accusers of Marilyn Manson, she appeared on The View. She made national television appearances. And then, of course, in January, her case against Manson, she had sued him, was dismissed after she didn't seek additional counsel. And now earlier today, it's been revealed that Ashley Smithline has recanted her allegations against Manson and has accused Evan Rachel Wood of manipulating her into making these allegations that she says were false against Manson.
Evan Rachel Wood, the self-proclaimed crusader of justice, now finds herself in the middle of a credibility crisis. Ashley Morgan Smithline's bombshell declaration has effectively taken a wrecking ball to Wood's carefully curated narrative. According to Smithline, Wood and her partner in accusation, Esme Bianco, didn't just share their stories. They allegedly worked overtime to convince Smithline that abuse she didn't remember experiencing somehow still happened. Wood reportedly told her, "Just because you can't remember doesn't mean it didn't happen." Oh, how empowering. Nothing screams trustworthy advocate like planting the seed of trauma in someone's mind and then watering it with groupthink. Smithline even claims Ilma Gore wrote her initial Instagram post accusing Manson of abuse after Wood pressured her to go public. So now it's not just a matter of false memories, it's an accusation of outright scripting allegations. Wood and her team are quick to deny, of course, spinning the story to suggest Smithline's reversal is the result of harassment and threats. Convenient, isn't it? If anyone changes their story to favor Manson, they're suddenly brainwashed, manipulated, or terrorized into doing so. But when Wood's gang allegedly coached people into believing abuse happened, it's somehow empowering and brave. Let's be clear, if Smithline's declaration holds water, this isn't just a PR disaster for Wood. It's a damning indictment of her tactics. It paints her not as a victim seeking justice, but as someone orchestrating a smear campaign against Manson by coercing others into piling on with accusations.
I didn't realize that I was being abused. I thought that I was being strong with a complicated person. And that was kind of what was being fed to me, you know, and then I think I was already mad and I was already alone. This person made me feel like we were going to go on this great adventure of freedom and, you know, experimentation, and it was very, very far from that. It was the opposite of freedom. The message I want to get out now is I want to name them, but I can't. I think domestic violence is so normalized and was normalized to me that I couldn't see a crime being committed when it was being committed. I just didn't know. I was so young.
This isn't advocacy, it's manipulation, and it's harmful not only to Manson, but to genuine victims of abuse everywhere. If these allegations are true, Wood has set the movement back by weaponizing the language of trauma to serve her vendetta. And let's not forget the timing here. Wood was engaged to Manson in 2010, yet chose to publicly name him as her abuser only years later, conveniently around the time she began promoting her HBO documentary, Phoenix Rising. If Smithline's account is accurate, it raises serious questions about whether Wood's campaign against Manson is rooted in truth, or in self-serving theatrics to boost her profile. Her alleged actions undermine the voices of real victims and risk turning the fight against abuse into a circus of credibility games. If this is the kind of feminism Wood wants to champion, it's a hard pass. In another round of the Marilyn Manson legal saga, a grim circus that somehow gets murkier with each act. This time, Esme Bianco has decided to settle her federal lawsuit against him, citing the ever-popular excuse. She wants to move on with her life and career. Translation? She either doesn't have the energy or the receipts to drag this mess out any longer. Meanwhile, Manson's attorney sticks to the script, calling the allegations probably false, as if probably is the ironclad defense we've all been waiting for. Let's not ignore the lawsuit's grim laundry list: human trafficking accusations, deprivation of food and sleep, electric shocks, and even threats of nocturnal assault. It reads like a horror movie, but now we'll never know how much of it was theatrics or cold, hard truth. Settlements, as always, leave the public with more questions than answers. Did she settle for peace of mind? Or was this a strategic retreat after realizing the court of law isn't as forgiving as the court of public opinion? And then there's Manson himself, navigating a swamp of lawsuits like he's in some twisted PR Hunger Games. 2 cases dismissed, 1 still lingering, and a criminal investigation stalled because prosecutors need more evidence. Meanwhile, he's busy suing Evan Rachel Wood for allegedly orchestrating a conspiracy against him. The drama never ends. At this point, the entire situation feels like a case study in performative justice. Everyone involved seems to be angling for the best possible narrative. Bianco settling to reclaim her life, Manson clinging to claims of innocence, and the rest of us left wondering if the truth is buried under legal jargon and settlements with sealed terms. In the end, it's just another headline, another actor and rock star at war in a tabloid feeding frenzy. Moving on? Sure. But closure? Unlikely. Let's talk about the nuclear option some women are all too willing to press: false accusations of domestic violence and assault. One baseless claim can leave a man's life in shambles. We're talking arrests, restraining orders, indictments. Your reputation goes from squeaky clean to public enemy number 1 overnight. And the worst part? This all goes down behind closed doors, where he said, she said reigns supreme. It's a perfect storm of chaos, where proving innocence feels like fighting shadows. False allegations aren't just a stab at someone's freedom. They're a spit in the face of real victims. Millions of people, men and women alike, endure horrifying abuse every day. But when the legal system gets bogged down with weaponized lies, it creates skepticism toward everyone, even those who are truly suffering. That's not just unethical, it's downright evil. And let's not sugarcoat it. These accusations are often strategic. Need leverage in divorce court? Drop a DV bomb? Want full custody of the kids? Accuse him of abuse? Feel like torching an ex's reputation for the fun of it? Well, why not? It's the ultimate trump card, and the fallout doesn't just end with the accused. Entire families are wrecked, and children are collateral damage in these vindictive games. The audacity of it all is mind-blowing. The system is meant to protect the vulnerable, not be used as a chessboard for manipulative spouses. So next time someone claims to be fighting for justice while hurling baseless accusations, remember, the truth does matter, and false allegations are a crime in their own right. Let's hope for a future where accountability cuts both ways, and the scorched earth strategy of false domestic violence claims gets called out for what it truly is: despicable. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal, link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.